Hello and welcome back to the next stop, the place where we talk about where you've been and where you're going next. As you all know, we have three segments of every show: the previous stop, the golden ticket, and the next stop. And as you guys can see, we have a special guest sitting next to us on the couch. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's going on, man? It's Cornell Robinson, man. They call me Nell for short. You know what I'm saying? From Fayetteville, North Carolina. Saying current senior at Morehouse College, man.
It's
Ready to.
great to have you on the show now. Nell is someone that I've gotten to know pretty well over the last 2 years. But I kind of want to learn more about your journey and who you are today.
Oh man. First off, man, first and foremost, man, I just want to say thank you, man. I really appreciate you. I feel like I've been saying for the longest, bro. Like somebody need to get me on a podcast, somebody need to interview me. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying, say thank you for the opportunity, bro. I really like what you're doing, man. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, of course, bro, of course. So, I mean, first and foremost, talk about what your journey was like from North Carolina to Atlanta.
Okay, so like I said, raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. Pop was in the military, kind of moved around a little bit, but I spent most of my time in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Went to 71st High School, man, and I had like my top three schools were A&T, Howard, and Morehouse, man. And I finally just decided to go with Morehouse. My sister graduated from Spelman in '09. Shout out to her. So
Yeah.
Atlanta was something kind of familiar to me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I chose to go with.
No, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Do you feel like you've had certain opportunities because you were in Atlanta instead of, staying in North Carolina or being in DC?
Oh yeah, definitely. More so, I would say the North Carolina part.
Yeah.
Um, because like I feel like people always ask me like why didn't I go to A&T or Fayetteville State? I always kind of tell them like, man, I feel like that's like a kind of like a high school part too, man. I feel like if you want to get different opportunities, different opportunities, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get out there and expand yourself. So moving to Atlanta was definitely a good thing for me. I definitely feel like I've been exposed to way more opportunities than I would have been at, you know what I'm saying, in Fayetteville or Greensboro, North Carolina, things like that. So
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I feel like sometimes you really, not sometimes, most of the times, you have to get out your hometown city
yeah,
to grow. Like
definitely.
you have to be in uncomfortable situations and different environments to actually like figure out, all right, this is the person I am and this
Hmm.
is what I'm passionate about. Because I know for me, like the question I always get asked is like, you're from DC, why did you go to Howard?
Yeah.
But it's like, why would I want to go to school 10 minutes away from my home?
Yeah, that's real, bro.
It's like I want
That's
to
real.
go somewhere else and build my own legacy.
Yeah, start kind of fresh, you know what I'm saying? Do your own thing, like you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's real. So you're an entrepreneur. You do a lot, and people don't know about this.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to hear like, what's the backstory? Like, when did you kind of first know that you're interested in entrepreneurship and just business in general? And what were some of the first jobs that you had?
Okay. Oh, that's a great question, man. So my first like I've been an entrepreneur as long as I can remember, man. But
Hmm.
like the moment it finally like clicked for me, it was either like fourth or fifth grade, bro. We had like our teacher made gave us like fake money, like
Hmm.
I think her name was shout out Miss Nance, man. I think she's like my fifth grade teacher. They were called Nance bucks. So it was like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, little fake paper money, or whatever, and you would get money for doing like certain jobs around the class or whatever. And then on Fridays, we could like bring stuff in and sell it or do whatever. So I would bring in like my old toys or just stuff like you know what I'm saying I ain't really use like that anymore. I would bring it in and sell it. And then one day, like, you know what I'm saying, I had my little setup or whatever, and I just looked up, it was like a whole line. And that's when it clicked. I'm like, bro, wait. Like I'm basically running a store here. Like
Yeah.
that was like
In the
that
fifth grade.
yeah, it literally clicked right then, bro. So I was like, yeah, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to make money, man. Some other things I used to do, sell shoes, candy, pencils, all
Hmm.
that type of stuff. I know it sounds cliche, but you know what I'm saying? Snow cones. And then one of my first jobs, man, it's crazy because I actually used to work in the barbershop, like sweeping up the hair and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? Fast forward today, now I'm cutting hair. So it's crazy how things go full circle, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy to think about that it all started in a fifth grade classroom. So I have a question for you. Why don't you think other teachers did the same thing? Because obviously you learn
hmm
different valuable skills from
yeah.
it, and that's translated to the rest of your life. But why do you think other teachers don't have similar things like that?
I don't know, man. That's a great question. I'm not sure. I definitely feel like all teachers should have some sort of like money aspect to their class or curriculum, because like without that I would have, you know what I'm saying, it probably would have clicked a little later or whatever, but that was valuable for me. So I definitely think more teachers should incorporate that type of stuff in their classrooms and curriculums and things like that, man. Just to help kids get out there and kind of explore themselves, see what they like to do. Like, and I really like money. It's funny because like I used to like make so much money or whatever, like the kids would start accusing me of like going home and like printing out the money myself. And then
Yeah,
not Miss Nance had my back. She was like, nah, like he's the class president, you know what I'm saying? He does this and this. Like I highly doubt he's printing money. He just really like, you know what I'm saying, putting in work. So shout out to Miss Nance, man.
yeah. Wow, wow. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. And you mentioned you were a class president.
Yeah, fifth grade, bro. Like,
Yeah. Now that's interesting though, because it's like, you were a leader and then you were also hustling
mm-hmm.
and doing your own thing as
Yeah.
well. So now that's definitely pretty dope. So like fast forward today, you said that you cut hair. You went from working at a barber shop, sweeping up to cutting hair now. Talk to me about what that journey was like.
It's crazy because like I said, like I never saw myself like being a barber, cutting hair, things like that. Um, Partly because like I guess back then it wasn't cool to be a barber. Like I just never saw myself doing that. But I like working in the barber shop, I always took note of like how much money they made. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that was always in the back of my mind. So like if I just knew like they made a lot of money because I was in there all day with them. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how many clients they had, how many people they cut, and things like that. And I was making money myself to be in middle school, so I just knew they were making a lot of money. But fast forward, man, how I got into cutting hair. I started cutting myself first, actually. Like I would ask my barber to do like a certain type of fade or whatever, and he just wasn't like getting it done like how I wanted it. So I just started doing it myself. I started cutting my own hair, and it kind of like progressed from there. So I started cutting a couple of my closest friends, things like that. And then once I got to Morehouse, like that's when I decided like, look, like I want to take this serious. Like I know I can really make some real money off of this. So you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna lock in and do what I need to do. I'm gonna focus on this, and you know what I'm saying, we here today. So
yeah. No, that's real. Like if y'all in Atlanta, go check out Nell. He's at the Morehouse Barbershop. Like for the first, I remember when I shot the first episode, I was like, yeah, nah, I need to get cut by Nell first before I come on here.
yeah, man.
So nah, that's definitely pretty dope. And it's dope that you went from all right, like I'm just getting my hair cut to nah, like I want to make this my own
Hmm.
and like learn how to actually cut hair so I can cut my hair better. And then you realize, oh wow, I can make some money
I
from
can make
this.
some real bread off this by
Yeah.
cutting other people. So yeah, I definitely took that route.
So do you think like becoming a barber has become more popular, like especially like with social media when you see like different people like Vic Blends or other people
Hmm.
on social media cutting people's hair?
Yeah, man. The barber. I always say like I got into like cutting hair and barbering at the perfect time because I feel like around the time I started, that's when it took off, it blew up. And then mind you, how I was saying like when I used to work in the barbershop when I was younger or whatever, I didn't really think it was like cool to be a barber or whatever. I just, you know what I'm saying, wanted to do something different. But nowadays, like for example, I go cut hair at Dunbar Elementary. I go cut the
Yeah.
kids for free or whatever, holiday haircuts. And then
Wow.
so many of them tell me like, "Oh yeah, like I want to be a barber, like I want to do this." You know what I'm saying? I want to learn how to do it, and it just blows my mind because like wow, like I don't know, man. Like it's just crazy. Like it's crazy to see that. Especially like that I'm doing something like the kids. You know what I'm saying? Want to do and kind of look up to. Like I definitely feel like I can make an impact. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I didn't even know that you were doing holiday cuts. That's definitely something that's important, especially like in this community because it's like there's so many kids who can't really afford to get
Hmm.
a haircut. And it's like for us, like, like black people, like
Hmm.
going to the barber shop is an experience. Like
Yeah.
having the conversations with your barber, like going in the chair, seeing the whole transformation. Like there's different things that like as a barber that you can do to really like make someone's like daily
Hmm.
experience a lot better.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that you're doing that. I want to commend you for that
I appreciate
because
it, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids really enjoy it, man. The smiles on their faces after they get their haircut is it's amazing, man. Just to see like how it really affects them, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, a lot of kids like really, really need it. So like You know what I'm saying? Just being able to provide that and do that for those kids, like that's it's great. It's amazing. Man.
That's good. That's good. And I know you talked about how some of the kids come up to you and say, like, they want to be a barber. So, to the viewers out there who might be interested in being a barber, like, what were some of the steps or resources that you kind of used to get to where you are now?
Um, YouTube, man, YouTube University. That I ain't gonna lie, I spent hours on YouTube just watching and learning and trying to cut hair. But the main thing, like barbering is one of those things like you have to do it. Like you literally have to like put the reps in and do it and watch yourself get better over time. Like it's not something you're just gonna be good at like that
Yeah,
overnight. So you gotta put the work in, man. That's first and foremost.
yeah. So be honest. Have you given people a bad cut before?
Um yeah, definitely like, you know what I'm saying, first starting out or whatever, like my my haircuts from when I first started to now is like miles of improvement.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that, like of course, like you know what I'm saying, yeah. But back then, did I think they were bad or like you know what I'm saying? I felt like they were straight, but looking back now, like nah, that's not. It's kind of like nah, that's not it. But I've grown, like I've progressed, you know what I'm saying, over time. So I feel like that's really all that matters.
So like your standards became higher.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
before it might have been like sevens,
hmm
but like now it's like all right, like you're producing tens.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That makes
Consistently,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that definitely makes a lot of sense. And so you have a lot of other different hustles, bruh. So like, talk to me about some of the other different things that you do. Like I don't want to spoil. I want you to talk to the people, bruh.
Okay, man. So something else I do, I you know what I'm saying, I just started DJing recently, trying to jump off the porch with that.
Yeah.
Started DJing what like maybe a summer or two ago. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple small gigs here and there, but I'm really trying to like tap in and pursue that avenue. That's definitely something I'm trying to get into in the near future.
hmm So what's your DJ name?
Man, I'll probably go by NASCAR Nell.
Why
Uh,
not? Why NASCAR?
Honestly, bro, like I really don't have an answer, bro. Like I drive a 2016 Honda Civic, and I started like you know what I'm saying, getting tints. Like I painted the rims. I put louvers on the back. So like
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm NASCAR now. Nah, like you know what I'm saying, you can't really say nothing to me. But no, like no specific reason. It just sounds good,
That's
honestly.
hard though. That's
Yeah,
hard. That's
I
hard.
appreciate it, man.
So when can we see your next event? Like what events are you planning to DJ in 2024
Um,
or to be announced?
yeah, TBA, man, to be announced definitely. I definitely keep y'all posted though. You know what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to DJing. Anybody got anything for me to DJ? You know what I'm saying. Hit me up. I'm with it, man.
Yeah, no, there's definitely going to be a lot of parties in
Yeah.
2024. So there's definitely going to be a lot of opportunities for you to DJ. And what has like that process been like actually like getting into that? Because that's something that a lot of people talk about wanting to do, but they don't really know how to take the steps and actually like become a DJ.
Man, if I ain't gonna lie, if that's like a problem for you, like I say, man, just do it. Like I always say, like if I feel like I understand like the general concept or like the general gist or something, like I'm gonna try to learn how to do it, bro. I'm gonna try to do it, man. It's just and nobody can tell me like I can't. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for example, like when I first got a DJ set, like it took like it took like 2 weeks to just learn how to get from one song to another song. So it was definitely tougher than I thought, like getting into it. But now that I'm in it, like you know what I'm saying, it's fun. I feel like I improve every time I DJ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So just you know what I'm saying, just sticking with it. And then, like if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to learn how to do something, I say go do it. Like go for it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. Like I feel like failure is the best teacher
Hmm.
in the sense that, like you said, like the first step to achieving success in anything is actually you going out there and doing it. Like if you're perfect at it off the rip, then that's not something that you should be trying to achieve because
Yeah,
that means it's too
it's
easy.
too easy.
Like you have to constantly like, all right, like I'm here now, but continue to work at it. And like you said, like as you continue to work, your standards are going to get a lot higher, and
Hmm.
you're going to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, man. And then can I say something real quick,
Yeah,
man?
go
So
ahead.
like I feel like growing up, I was kind of raised in like a we don't quit, like we not quitters, like
hmm
household kind of thing. But now that I get older, I feel like it's a difference between like quitting something and like trying something out and like realizing you don't really like it, like you know what I'm saying,
hmm
just setting it down. So I feel
Yeah,
like that like yeah, we're not quitters, like we don't quit. I feel like that kind of discourages a lot of people from trying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you go into it with that mentality as opposed to like, nah, I'm gonna just try this out. I'm gonna see if I like it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it, I'm gonna try something else. Like I'm gonna set it down and try something else. So
Yeah, that's important because you don't want to be a person that realizes that you're doing something for 5 to 10 years plus that you really don't like to do.
hmm
Like I know that's the story of a lot of people in college, right?
yeah,
Because their parents tell them to get whatever major, go to whatever university or school, but the whole time they don't really like it, and then they're gonna look up and regret like 4 plus years of their life and two
yeah,
hundred
bro.
thousand dollars.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you? Like kind of breaking out of that mentality.
Um. It just kind of came with like age, man. Like getting out on my own, doing things like being able to like buy stuff, or you know what I'm saying, buy stuff or whatever that I wanted to try. You know what I'm saying? Growing like I had to grow into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grow into being able to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't quit mindset or whatever. Just you know what I'm saying, and going into things with like you know what I'm saying. No, I'm gonna just try it. Like I'm gonna just see if it works. You know what I'm saying? See if I like it. So definitely I say like it came with age, you know what I'm saying, and independence, like maturity, all
Hmm.
that type of stuff. So
Yeah. And like trying something and realizing you don't like it is not quitting.
yeah, it's
That's
not
just
at
you
all.
saying, "Hey, that's not for me." I feel like it's quitting once it's like, "Oh, I tried this. This is hard. I'm not going
Yeah,
to do it."
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Like that's when it's like, "Oh, like you're quitting." And that's when you kind of have to realize like, "Hey, whatever you do in life that's worth something, it's going to be hard."
hmm
So it's like, are you going to conquer that or are you going to let that conquer you?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. The thing that's coming to mind right now, like I said, like I feel like if you want to try something, man, try it. So I'm trying to learn how to play guitar right now.
For
Am I
real?
good at guitar right now? No, not at all.
Yeah.
But one day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One day.
I mean, like like you're kind of a testament of showing like how continuing to try at something like pays off. Like like I'm not trying to gas you up, but you're a great barber. I go to you, like you
I
feel me?
appreciate it, bro. I
And it's
appreciate
like
it.
you're doing your thing with DJing, and there's so many other different things that you're doing that I want to give you the chance to talk about. Because you continue to try and to work at it, and like that doesn't happen at overnight. Like people only see the results; they don't see all the hard work that
hmm
you do in the gym. Like
hmm
they just see you with the championship
Yeah,
ring.
man. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's real, bro. They don't see all the, you know what I'm saying, all the long nights or whatever, like all that type of stuff you got put in. All they see is like the results. They definitely
Yeah,
don't see the work part that goes into it. So,
yeah. Like there's always a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I feel like that's what kind of social media makes us fail to realize.
hmm
In social media, we kind of just see the highlights of people's
yeah,
lives and what
highlight
they want to
reel, man.
share, but it's
Highlight reel.
like there's so much stuff that people face behind the scenes that you can never imagine.
hmm
So yeah. But talk to me about real estate. I know you've done a couple things with that as well.
Oh yeah, man. Real estate. So I plan on going into like commercial real estate, like real estate development, things of that nature. Why development? Because I just feel like, well, so, okay, so real estate development is basically like um the person that like oversees like the whole like new real estate uh process or whatever. So like person that like gets the funding, like selects the location, all that type of stuff, hires the people to become build it and runs it after. Like that's all on the real estate developer. So that's something I want to do. And the reason why I want to do that because like I feel like that's something that would let me live out like my entrepreneurial dreams like to the fullest, like being able to like see a location and think like, oh, like I can put this right there. We can do this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that'll be really good for me. Like I'd be able to see something like, oh, we can do this right here, like, and then make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like put my like vision on display,
Hmm.
basically. So that's you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting into, man. That's I think that's the next stop for me.
Yeah, that's the next stop. So in the process of the next stop, where do you kind of also see yourself going? Like what is your end goal with real estate, but also like where do you see yourself going with like, like cutting hair and also DJing as well?
man. So okay, that's another beautiful thing about real estate development. Like I feel like that's the only thing that would kind of let me just bring everything together. So like if I wanted to like build my own barbershop where I can DJ at and like host events, like I can do that. Or if I wanted to like whatever, man, like honestly I can build it. I can have it built. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, man, so be on the lookout for like some barbershops, some cosmetology centers,
Yeah,
slash event spaces, all type of stuff. Just what I'm saying, be on the lookout for that. I say that
that's
in the
dope.
future.
That's dope. And I mean, like from the conversations that we were having even before we hopped on camera, and you talking about like you giving out the haircuts, like where did this passion for volunteering and community service kind of come from?
Man, I would say it came from doing it actually, like going up there and cutting those kids' hair, like I said, like seeing a smile that it puts on their face, like it really does something for me. Like and then realizing like, nah, these kids really need it and like what I'm saying, and I can help, like what I'm saying, I can fill this void, I can help. So just getting up there and really doing it, like connecting with with those kids, with those people, what I'm saying, that really like has built my passion for like helping out. And then every time I go up there, they asking like, when you coming back? When you coming back? So it's like,
Yeah,
man, I can't let the kids down, man. So I feel like that's where it came from. It's-
that's real.
yeah.
That's real. So do you think you're gonna stay in Atlanta after you graduate?
As of right now, that's what it's looking like. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm always down to like honestly, like wherever the opportunity is, man, that's where I'm going. So,
Hmm.
but I feel like Atlanta is home of the opportunity, especially for people that look like you and me, bro. So,
Yeah, that's facts. In Atlanta, there's a lot of people that look like us that are doing amazing things.
hmm
So it's definitely a great place to be.
yeah.
It's definitely a great place to be. But what else? What else do you kind of want to share with the next stop? While you have the viewers.
Man, I guess when you do so much, it's hard to like single out certain things. I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah, it's all good. We talked about it a lot.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I do have some more questions about you. What do you feel like are some of like the biggest misconceptions when it comes to like? Oh, I have a better question
Okay,
actually. What is it like managing the relationship of being a student while also being a businessman?
man, it's tough. That was probably one of my biggest like challenges, man. That time management, like that's a very, very, very key skill, man. And it's a skill like I'm still learning to this day. But like I said, everything comes with time. Like
Yeah.
my time management now is better than it was my freshman sophomore year. But it was rough, man. It was rough. Like I don't know, man, because like you trying to balance going to class, doing homework, but you know what I'm saying? People need their haircut too. Like, money talks. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to find that balance. Um, some things I started doing to trying to kind of like help and whatnot. I would take like one day off throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? One day off for like not cutting hair. So I can, all right, I got this day. You know what I'm saying? Knock out all my homework. You know what I'm saying? Try to do everything. So things like that, man. You gotta implement small things that kind of help you. You know what I'm saying? Manage your time and balance both of them. So
So with you doing a lot, what would you say are your biggest three priorities right now?
my biggest priorities, man. Um, Number one, I would say myself, bro.
Mm,
Myself.
that's
Just
deep.
what I'm saying, making sure I'm happy, making sure I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying, doing things that benefit me. You know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, like if you're not happy, like with yourself or whatever, like you know what I'm saying, how can you be happy with any, like you know what I'm saying? If you can't make yourself happy, like what is really gonna make you happy? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's number one. Number two, man, my biggest three priorities. Number two, I say, what I'm saying, just like managing like the relationships I have, the connections I have with people, like what I'm saying, my friends, family, like just what I'm saying, checking up on everybody, make sure everybody good. Like I said, start with myself first, and then what I'm saying, make sure everybody around me is doing good. You know what I'm saying, doing good things as well. managing those connections, making new connections as well. I feel like that's really important. Number three, um, trying to have fun, man. It's my, you know what I'm saying, going to my senior year at school. I'm just trying to have fun, bro. Honestly, like you said, it's been hard trying to balance like being a businessman and being in school. So now that I'm kind of like on the tail end of like being in school, like I'm trying to live it up. Honestly, like I'm trying to have fun. So
Yeah. No, that's real. Like money can always be made, but like you can't replace
you
memories.
can't, you can't, bro.
Like that's once in a lifetime. And it's like, trust me, like as someone who graduated, bruh, and I've been telling you this, enjoy your senior
Yeah,
year,
that's what I'm
bro.
trying to do, man.
Cause it's gonna fly by. You're gonna look up in May, you're gonna have a cap and gown on, you're gonna be graduating.
Mind you, this dude literally just graduated, but it's
I did. But it's like you seen how quick
yeah,
that
yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely, bro, definitely.
Like it feels like I just graduated, but it's also like time has flown by.
Hmm.
Like senior year went like this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Mary. Your class definitely like went out with a bang. Like
Yeah.
y'all did it how it was supposed to be done, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like y'all did your thing, bro.
Yeah.
So
But that's good that you say you put yourself first though. Oftentimes in life, like we try to give so much to other people
hmm
when it's like we're empty ourselves. So it's
hmm
like if we're not giving to ourselves, then how are we going to be able to actually give to other people?
yeah, exactly.
Like you can't fill up other people's cups if your cup is empty.
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real.
But yeah, but nah. I mean, I appreciate you for joining me on the podcast,
Oh yeah,
bruh.
for sure, bro.
Telling us about your journey, telling us about all the different things that you're doing. And we look forward to seeing what your next
Oh
stops
yes,
are.
sir. Yes, sir, man.
Would you like to share like some of your different socials so people, can stay in touch with you?
Okay, that's cool. So really on Instagram at NASCAR Nell. It's all one word. You can find me there. You can come book a haircut, come book a DJ gig, anything, man. Just hit me up. I'm there. So
Yes, sir. Y'all heard it first. Appreciate you, bruh.
my dog.